Hey family, welcome back to the podcast. How are y'all doing? It's so good to have you on the podcast back again. And for those of us that are joining us for the first time, you are welcome. This is the Identity Crisis podcast, where we talk about finding ourselves and all the messy in-betweens between knowing who we are and who we are meant to be. Today, I am super excited for what we're going to be discussing today. We're starting a new series, like I introduced in the last episode, and I'm excited for you to go on this journey with me. And I'm also excited today because I am doing videos for the first time, and I'm excited because I have been telling you guys to do something every week. Take one step closer to what you want to become or what you want to be. And this is me taking my step. And I hope this encourages somebody else to take their first step as well. So it's good. So we are going to dive into the episode. Right. So picking up from our last conversation, where we asked, what if it wasn't just that, right? Today we are diving into the art of what trauma truly is. Because the truth is, a lot of what we carry, what we wrestle with, and what we can't quite put into words is trauma, right? And before we can heal it, we have to name it. So today's conversation is titled "This is Trauma and It's Personal." Because while we share similar stories, no two people experience pain exactly the same. And sometimes even naming that pain feels like a monumental step towards being healed. So trauma is not just what happened to you. It's how it made you feel. It's how it shaped you, and how it still echoes in the quiet moments, right? Oftentimes living, not just in our minds, but also deeply within our bodies. So that is why we have to talk about it. So let's even define, right, trauma in personal terms. So trauma isn't reserved for the big things, the dramatic movie scene moments that we all think about. Also, it's in the very quiet griefs, the broken trusts, the dreams that died silently, because you didn't think anyone would understand it. And perhaps those just that moments we talked about in the last episode. And these actually, the seeds, they are actually the seeds to something deeper than we imagine or than we think about. So, trauma is anything that overwhelms your ability to cope. Anything that teaches you that the world is not safe, or that you are not enough. And it's personal because it lands in the exact spot where you were most vulnerable. So, what crushed me might not crush you, right? What triggered deep fear in you might barely just scratch the surface for someone else, right? And that's okay. Your pain doesn't need to be compared for it to be real. Your body your body reminds, your body remembers everything. So it reminds you, your body reminds, even if your mind is going to minimize it, your body is going to remind you. And it is different for everybody. So let's make it plain, right? Let's say you lost a parent. Maybe you lost a parent. And even now, every goodbye feels like, abandonment, that your body tenses against, right? You feel that whenever someone is leaving, someone says goodbye, you feel abandoned. You feel like, they are leaving you because you lost a parent or you lost somebody close to you. Or another example could be maybe you grew up in a house where love had conditions, right? You had to do something to feel love. And now you try to shrink yourself. You are afraid to take up space, right? Your shoulder is always tight because now you feel like you always have to prove something to be loved or to feel loved. It could also, another example could also be maybe you were constantly criticized, right? Growing up, and now even a gentle suggestion feels like it's an attack, right? That, and it triggers you to become defensive, and you automatically switch to, I need to respond, or I need to defend myself from this attack that is coming. Okay, another example would be, let's say you faced like danger, or like you were put in a position like you faced real danger, and your body flinches now, even when you are safe, there's this lingering echo of the past threat. Let me give you an example of me. A couple years ago, I was robbed one night. So now, whenever I pass that place at night, there's this sense of I need to be on guard. I need to be on guard whenever I'm passing that place, and I mostly always pass that place to get to my house. So now it is now a conscious effort for me to bring myself to this thing has passed. This thing is no longer the reality, right? But whenever I pass that place, my body still reacts to the incident that happened about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So we are built like that, and sometimes it is loud, right? All the events, all the examples that I've given, sometimes it is loud, and sometimes it is quite silent, right? But it stays. And until we see it and until we acknowledge how it's how it's living in us, we won't come to the point of healing. And that is why I need you to hear this, right? Your story is valid. Your heart is real. You don't have to justify it, compare it, or even minimize it. Especially by saying things like, it was just that, right? Healing starts when we stop gaslighting ourselves and acknowledge the impact of our experiences, right? Naming what happened, naming how it made you feel can be very difficult, right? But it is a crucial step to healing. You need to understand that you're not being dramatic, you are not making it up, you experienced something, right? You survived something that left a mark, and honoring that is not weakness. It is acknowledging the wisdom of your body and your emotions. So honor the fact that you went through that. Don't let anybody make you feel like you are being over dramatic for saying, what you experienced. It is your experience. They did not experience it with you. So nobody should negate your experience. Don't let anybody negate that experience that you had. So as we wrap up today's conversation, right, I want to leave you with a few questions, like we always do, right? And you don't need to answer them perfectly. You don't need to be correct in the moment, right? You just need to sit with them and really think about them. What are the small or big experiences that left a mark on you? Perhaps once you've dismissed, as just that. I need you to think on those things, pick them out one by one and name them. Make sure you name them, that this is the experience. This is this experience. I was robbed. I was beaten. I was raped. I was whatever that experience is. Or I was abandoned. Right? I need you to think about them and I need you to name them. I need you to list them out and just name them. It starts from there. So the next question would be, where have you been telling yourself it wasn't that bad? Just for you to survive. You went through that experience and it was bad. It was a difficult experience for you. So you need to stop telling yourself, oh, it wasn't that bad. You won't heal from it, right? You just don't need to survive it. You need to heal from it. So I need you to identify where you have been telling yourself it wasn't that bad. That is number 2. Number 3, how does your body respond in moments that feel reminiscent of past pain? How does your body respond? I just give you an experience of me. Whenever I pass the place where I was robbed 3 years ago, my body reacts by by me keeping myself in a state of, I need to be conscious. Who is walking close to me? Who is this person? Why is this person standing? Why is this person looking at me? I'm always trying to react that way, right? So you need to identify, right? How does your body respond to those moments? Then the next one would be, how would you heal? Or how would your healing look different if you give yourself permission, to honor your own pain, right? To acknowledge that it was more than just that, right? I think for the earliest period of my experience of being robbed, I always used to say, because I did not, I lose guard, but now, now that I am in a better place, I now tell myself that it could have happened to anybody, right? Not because I lose guard or because I wasn't strong enough, right? It could have happened to anybody. I was just in that position that day. So now I am I am in a better place where I am healing better now because I no longer downplay that experience. So that is why you need to think about it. How would your healing feel different? How would you be better? How would you heal better if you just, changed the way you see that experience? Right. So I just want to remind you that you are not alone. You are not too much. You are someone worth healing. Right? So take all that experiences, take it and name it and let the experience, let the experience build you rather than break you. Let the experience build you, right? Make you a better person. So now finally I want to wrap up the episode by saying thank you for sitting with me today. Thank you for allowing me to grow in this period as I am doing this podcast. Like I said, this is an experience that I am going through, and it's something I'm also trying to help other people go through as well. So as you are healing, I am healing, and I really want to thank you for helping me heal, by coming back to listen to the episodes week in, week out, and sending me your comments and dropping your reviews, telling me what I should do better. And I'm getting better. So I want to thank you. So if this episode resonates with you, I hope, you'll stick with me through the series and we'll continue to explore these layers, right? We'll keep exploring layer by layer because healing is a journey. I've always said that on the podcast. Healing is a journey and not a destination. So we're going to keep doing that, and we're going to keep healing. We're going to keep unveiling these layers of trauma that we have that is affecting us in even understanding our identity. If this episode has helped you, begin to understand your own experience with more compassion, don't forget to follow the podcast. Don't forget to leave a review. Don't forget to share it with someone who needs a reminder today. Right? We are now going to be on YouTube, so I want you to like the podcast, follow the podcast on YouTube, share it with someone, turn on the post notifications, right, so that you are always notified when we drop new episodes, right? In our next episode, we're going to dive into different ways trauma can show up in our lives. Until then, I want you to be gentle to yourself. I want you to heal or start your process of healing, right? I want you to take that one step. I have taken a step by doing this video today, right? And I hope this inspires somebody to take their own step. Like I told you in past episodes, I don't like to be in the spotlight. I'm very camera shy. The fact that I'm doing this, it is a whole lot of work for me. So, and I hope that inspires somebody else to take that one step, to take that bold step, to do something towards becoming who they really want to be. So, with that, I want to say thank you and I love you. See you in the next episode. Ciao.